Behaviour Profiling. Ms Carol Edwin here is an experienced coach from um, Carol, Ms Carol Company. Did I get that wrong? Did I get that right? I'm not sure. But Ms Carol will explain her company or her background in detail, and she will be taking most of her time, enjoying one-to-one interaction with all of you, and hopefully you guys are having a splendid time for today and throughout the entire day of the event. Okay, thank you. I will pass the stage now to Ms. Carol Edwin.
Okay, thank you, Abbas. And thank you, IUMW, for inviting me today to speak to all of you. Hello to every one of you, and welcome to my presentation on behavior profiling. This is just an overview on behavior profiling. My name is Carol Edwin. I'm the founder of Carol Edwin Coaching. And my mission is to help people discover their authentic selves, empower themselves to take control of life and be successful in whatever they choose to pursue. So I was an educator for more than 30 years. And from being an educator, I transitioned to an education trainer. And then I did business training and coaching. And now I am doing life coaching as well. So yay me, it's very exciting. This presentation itself will be about 1.5 hours long. And if it's only me talking, it's going to be a bit boring. Yeah, you also will get tired of listening to my voice. So occasionally I will ask questions. Please take yourselves off mute and join in or comment in the chat. We'll try to get to all the questions that you have. So let's start with a question that I have for you. Is that okay?
Yes, any questions will be fine.
All right.
Everyone is already excited. Even Louis Joping is already putting thumbs up.
Okay, excellent. All right. So, what is your highest intention for this session? What would make you feel like, oh yeah, that 1.5 hours was well spent? So either put yourself off mute and talk to me, or comment in the comment section.
I'll let people talk first.
Anybody want to say anything? Don't be shy. Or okay, sorry, I didn't say this. Please don't be shy to speak to me. I promise I will not bite you. One thing is, we're too far away, and I'm actually a nice person. Hello. So yeah, please, if you have anything you'd like to say, please take yourselves off mute and talk to me.
May I know what was the question again, so I can type in the
question is, what is your highest intention for this session? So what will make you think at the end of it, you'll say, oh, that was 1.5 hours that was really well spent?
Highest intention. My highest intention for this session, particularly behavioral profiling, since I'm a Sem 8 last year student, I am going to finish my degree and I'm going to go for job interviews. Hopefully I don't get rejected to any of them. So before jumping into those industries, I need to learn more about myself. That's why I chose this event.
All right. Okay. Thank you, Abbas. Anyone else? Louis Juping. I'm sorry, I cannot teach you how to read people's minds. But based on behavior profiling, you will be able to tell what your friends like, what your friends need, and how to communicate with them better. Yeah, you will get a better understanding of people in general. So if this goes well, if you absorb the information that I have to share with you today, there's actually a lot of information. So if you can absorb half of it also, by the end of the session, you'll be able to look at somebody and say, oh, this person is this style, or that person is a different style. You'll be able to tell just by observing them, not only the way they dress, the way they walk, the words that they use. So all these things are little clues to tell you what is their style. Highest intention is to probably understand myself and others better. Thank you very much, Ivy. Yes, I hope you will get this as well. How to enhance my skills by knowing myself better. Mas, actually, yes, we will get to that. All right, so my intention for today is for you to walk away with some basic information about behavior styles. So at least you can make a guess. Like I said, you can make a guess as to a person's behavior style just by watching them, observing them, and adjust your communication accordingly. Is anyone here familiar with DISC? Have you heard of DISC? Yeah? All right, cool. Okay, so this is a behavior profiling tool which has been around for more than 70 years. Sorry, yeah, I'm trying to move to the next slide. All right, do you see that?
No, we currently don't see the slide.
Oh dear. Yeah, thank you, Abbas.
No problem.
I forgot to share. Sorry, please bear with me, yeah?
No worries, no worries.
Do you see my screen now?
Yes, we do see your slides right now.
All right, thank you.
Okay, no problem. Please carry on.
Okay, so is it okay if I explain to you the difference between behavior and personality first? Because what we're doing is behavior styles, yeah? So personality is what we are and it rarely changes. So it's made up of beliefs and values and attitudes, aspirations, and etc. etc. Behavior is what we do. So personality is what we are, behavior is what we do. And this we can control, this we can change. Researchers have found and agreed that people generally tend to belong to one of the 4 behavior profile groups. So if we can correctly identify somebody's behavior style, we can predict what they will need in terms of relationships, business, decision making, and how they will behave in certain situations. So for the sake of today's presentation, we will be using colors so it's easier for you to recognize the styles, yeah? And if you see on the screen, you see the little colorful ring at the bottom? There's DISC, so red is D, which is dominance. Yellow is I, which is influence. Green is S for steadiness. And blue is C for conscientious. So remember, we just want to think about the color for now. You see the umbrella? The world is full of color, and all of the colors are in all of us. And once we understand the colors, we will be able to live successful lives, have successful relationships, be successful employees, have successful businesses. Sometimes people try to hide their true colors, but we can become skilled in finding their we can become skilled in finding their colors or spotting their colors and improving the communication between us and them. All right. Now, audience participation, please. You see the slide, right? What do you see? Anybody? Dots, okay. A man standing, very nice. Yellow, more brighter than all 3 colors. Okay, butterfly. Butterfly is my logo, by the way. Thank you very much for spotting it. Colorful dots. Okay, so remember I told you about the 4 colors. that we're using today. So you'll see that the colors, the dots are actually in those 4 colors. And can anybody tell me which color you see the most? Blue, 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 blue. Wow, very good. Excellent. Yes, you see blue the most. And which is the least? Paling kurang? Not yellow, red. Yes, the red dots are the least and the blue dots are the most. So typically when you have a conversation, it will be very random. You will tell everything you know. Okay, let's say I want to sell this pen to you lah. Let's talk about this pen. I will tell everything I know about this pen. But then half of the things that I'm saying about this pen won't resonate with you. That means it won't, it will cause a reaction that's like, oh, so what? Have you ever felt that? People talk to you about something and in your head you go, so what? Or sometimes those laser mouth will say, so what? Right? So the thing is, it's not resonating. So resonating means when you hear it, you feel like, oh yeah, okay, you know, it touches you and you feel that communication, you feel the message, right? So, but when we talk, usually we will talk about everything under the sun and half of that message is lost. So what we teach is to have a structured conversation. If this is typical, where you say everything about the subject, we want to have a structured conversation where we can organize our language, organize our words, so it will resonate with the listener. Are you following me? Yeah? Okay, thank you very much. So if I structure my language properly, whatever I'm communicating will resonate with the listener. That means it will connect with them. That person will feel what I'm telling them. And not only will they understand me better, but they will also understand what I'm talking about from my perspective. All right? So if you can identify somebody's color, what we can do is we can deliver only their color conversation. So if I'm talking to a red, I will tell them only the things that will be relevant to the red. If I'm talking to a yellow, I will tell them all the things that are relevant to the yellow only. If I'm talking to the green, I will speak the green language so they understand what I'm talking about. Or if I'm talking to the blue, I will use all the blue words, the blue language, so they understand what I'm saying, and this will help them in their decision making. All right? And do you notice anything about the dots here again? The red dots are few, okay? Just a few red dots. Yeah, very good. Lu Ju Ping, thank you. There are fewer red dots compared to the rest. That's because the reds don't want so much of information. They just want to know, is it good? Why is it good? Is it going to make my life better? So there are just a few things that they want to know and then they can make a decision. Whereas the yellow will need a little bit more information and the green will need even more information. But the blue, if you have a manual that's that thick, please send it to them. They want to read every word of it. Okay, they need all the information that they can get. So I'd like to help you understand the decision-making process by using these 4 quadrants to represent the different colors. Right on the top, we have people who make decisions fast. And what's the opposite of fast? Anybody? What do you think goes at the bottom? Slow. Ayo. Oh gosh, you guys are so funny. All right. Actually, opposite, technically, language-wise, opposite of fast is slow, but then, you know, nobody likes to be called slow, right? So we don't say slow, we say that they are considered. They will take time to think. And some people make decisions based on people, and other people make decisions based on details. Follow me so far? Excellent. We can only sell. Oh, wait, sorry. Let's look at this first. The reds, they want to do business and they do want to do it quickly. All right, so now whenever you see the word business, whenever you see the word sale, the scenario I'm presenting to you is really about selling, yeah. And do you know that every conversation is selling? So when I'm talking to you, I'm selling you my idea. I want you to buy my idea. I want you to agree with me. Correct? Who can resonate with that? Who thinks that's how conversations are? People want you to agree with them. Thank you very much. All right. So when the REITs do business, when the REITs make a decision, they want to do it quickly. So they don't take a lot of time. They are very fast and they look at some details. So remember the 4 red dots just now? They look at some details. Whereas the yellows will make decisions fast, but they will consider the people because they are very team centric. They want to know how this decision will affect the team. So the team could be, yes, Abbas. The team could be your classmates. The team could be your colleagues. The team could be your friends or your family. So this is the team, huh? And the greens make decisions for relationship. They value relationship. So they're basing their decisions on people as well as taking their time. Because, you know, if the yellow has to think about one whole team of work colleagues, the green fella has to think about how's my relationship with this person going to be? How's my relationship with the next person going to be? So one-to-one relationships, that's what they value. All right. And the blues, they make decisions based on details and they are considered. So remember, I told you if you have a manual that's that thick, send it to them. They will read every single word of it because it matters to them. And they will make their decisions based on the processes and whatever proof that you have. So based on all this, only the reds can be sold to. That means you can do hard selling to the reds. That means I can go up to, if Abbas is red, for example. No, let's say Mas is red. Let's say Mas is red. I can go up to Mas and tell her, look, ma'am, my phone is very nice. You can do this, you can do that, you can do this, and it only costs this much. And if Mas likes it, she will straight away say yes. How many of you can straight away say yes to a purchase? Mas. All right. And how many of you think that you need time to think about stuff before you decide? Or maybe you need to do research first. Yeah? All right. So only the rates can be hard sold to. That means you can straight away get a response from them. But all the other colors still buy. All of us buy things, correct? Anybody here doesn't buy anything or has never bought anything ever? No? All of us buy. All right. The difference is we all buy because we have been given the opportunity to buy. So when the difference is one is selling, the others are given the opportunity to buy. And when you're given the opportunity to buy, you're taking control. You are being in charge. You are having the upper hand to make your decision for yourself. All right. So I like to share with you some percentages of the population. Why do people buy? Remember just now we talked about the rates. They do for results and speed. The yellows buy because of teamwork. The greens buy because of relationship. And the blues buy because their structure improved. Can you make a guess as to what percentage of people, the population, is actually red? Anybody want to guess? Ivy, I think you'll find out in a little while what color you are. 20%, 1%, all right, 32%, 20%. All right, let me share with you. This is percentages done from Assessment 24, which is a DISC provider. And this percentage is based for Southeast Asia only. So because we're talking to Malaysians, right? So look, about 10% of the population is red. So only about 1 in 10 people will say yes immediately when you try to sell them something. The rest of us, we need time to think about it. Even the yellows, even though they make decisions quickly, right? They still need to consider the effect on the team. And these people will make up about 25% of the population. So you look at the green is 30 and the blue is 35. So more than 65% of the population is blue and green. That means more than 65% of the people in Southeast Asia have to take their time to make a decision. All right. So you're curious to know what color you are, right? Let's look at this. The reds, you see all the traits there. I just tell you a few extra ones. They are take charge type of people. They are competitive. They get things done, and they are decisive risk takers. They are fearless. There's no obstacle too big to overcome. They will just do it. Whatever they think, if they set their mind to something, they will just do it. Yeah, these are the reds. Anybody here thinks they are red? All right, let's look at the yellows. They are enthusiastic and energetic. They inspire others to take action. They are optimistic and intuitive. They are creative. They're full of ideas but can be impulsive in trying them. They promote ideas and opportunities and people. They are very good at encouraging people. Do you know anyone like this? Oh, this is me. Hey. Green. They bring harmony to group situations. They are friendly and sensitive. They make really good listeners. They build networks of friends to help to do the work. They coordinate things, and they are very good at working in a team. Good team players. Anybody thinks this is them? Arisa. Yeah. Boss, huh? All right. Let's look at the blue. The blues are highly organized people. They even plan spontaneity. All right. You know what spontaneity? uh, People who are spontaneous will go like, hey, let's go to the waterfalls right now. And then quickly grab a bag with things and go off to the waterfalls, right? But the blues are not that kind of people. The blues will say, oh yeah, it would be nice to go to the waterfall. Let's do it on Sunday. So because they are planners, they're big on planning. They plan thoroughly before deciding to act. They are quick to think. They're very fast. In their head, they're very fast. But then they're slow to speak because they will filter. And what do I need to tell really? Okay. And most of the time, blues prefer to work alone. They can work in a team, but then if they're within a team and you give them a role of let's say organizing the food lah, that's what they will do. They will focus on that. All right. Anyone here thinks they are blue? We'll find out soon enough. So what color are you? You'll now be given a link to a Google form. You have 2 minutes to complete the survey. All right. Thank you, Abbas. You have 2 minutes to complete the survey. Don't think too much about each question. Read it, and if you feel it's you, tick yes. If you feel no, not really me, sometimes click no. Simple, right? Easy enough, right? Yes, no? Simple, right? Can we get this done now then? You have 2 minutes starting now. You should be starting category 2 already. You should be doing category 3. You should be starting category 4. Are you done? Cepat, cepat. Abbas, can you see if people are done?
Currently, there are 7 responses. Some people are very fast, unlike me.
Don't take too long to think. If you overthink it, I know you're blue already. Abbas, let me know when you have 20, so we will continue with the presentation.
Currently 11,
Okay.
still ongoing. The question must be very hard.
If there's anything that you don't understand, if the words you don't understand, just you can message or you can put yourself off mute and ask.
Fourteen responses.
All right.
16 responses.
Hurry up, people. It shouldn't take so long. Yay.
17 responses. 3 more. I'm bad at maths. 4 more. 3 more. 3 more. 3 more. 2 more. One more. Going once. Going twice. Not sold yet. I'm very anxious to look at the results now. Okay, that's 20 responses.
We have 20. All right. Jupin, you want to say something, is it?
No, actually, I was wondering, I'll keep myself unmuted. So, like, if I want to say something or make a comment, I'll just chat. Because, like you said, you wanted, like, more talking.
Yes. Very nice to hear your voice. All right. Okay, let's get on with this one. So your results, if you're category 1, anyone here category 1? Put up your hand or no? No?
how do you know what category are we?
Oh, okay. All right. So you look at your score now. For each category, there's a thing that says how many you got out of 20,
Okay.
and look for the one that you scored the highest. That's your category. Okay, are we clear on that?
Yep.
Okay. So is anyone category 1? Yeah,
I am.
you're red.
Yeah. Partly red.
Partly red. Okay, what was your score?
17.
All right, and the others? What about the other categories, Jupin?
I got like 19 out of 20 for 2.
Okay. So those are your dominant colors. Which two was it?
Yeah. 1 and 2.
1
2 is the highest.
category 2 was the highest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you are category 2. Category 2 is yellow. All right. Anyone else yellow? Abbas. Anyone else? Oh, very shy. Oh my gosh. Jangan malu. Category 3. Anyone category 3? No? Oh, Faisal. Did I get it right? Faisal. Yay. Anyone else? Hamjad Min, category 2. You're yellow, yeah? All right. Category 4 is green. Who's green? Any greens here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we have greens in the room. Yay. All right. Let me tell you about these colors now. Category 3 people. You're blue, right? You are the people that make things happen. You have the patience to look into details in a project. You need things to be perfect, and you see things through from start to finish. So who was category 3 again? I only had one person raise their hand just now, Faisal, I think. Yay. Yes, so you are the people who make things happen. Remember that. Category 4 is green. You are the carers in the group. People know that if they're going through a difficult time, you are the go-to person. If there's tension in the group, you're the one who calms people down and makes everyone friends again. Kawan-kawan je lah. All right. Any category 4 people here? Just now we had 2 people raise their hands. Yay! We have more people. Yes. You're awesome, okay? You're the carers. Category 2 is yellow. You are the life of the party. You're innovative and creative. You provide energy for the rest of your team. Without you, life would be boring.
Excuse me.
So we had some yellows, right? Anybody else want to raise their hand? Who are the yellows? Yay. All right. Nice. And category 1, you are annoyed right now. Sorry, category 1 is the red. You are annoyed right now because I got you last. Resonating or not? Actually, just kidding, yeah? You are the brave ones in the group who dare to make decisions. You are the movers and the shakers of the world. Hey, we have reds. Oh my gosh, awesome. You have a can-do attitude and always want to win. Those are all really good traits. So you see, all the colors have a lot of strengths. And the idea is when you do something like this disc profiling, you find out about your strength and you use your strength to get you to where you want. Otherwise, okay, let's say for Abbas, he is a yellow. If I tell him to sit down and proofread a 300 page book, he's already shaking his head. It is too much too much focus, too much concentration required for that kind of task. But then you tell him, oh, you go and promote this book, go to the supermarket and, or go to the malls and promote this book. He will do very well because he is that energetic, enthusiastic, friendly type of person. So use your strengths to get you to where you want to be. So just another quick presentation on the traits of the colors. Yeah. So the reds, they are very results driven. They want to do things quickly. They are very price conscious. So if you are selling something to a red, offer them the best price and tell them that it's the best price, and they will appreciate that. Remember, I told you they don't like to waste time. They want to do things quickly. So this is how you do it. They are decisive, competitive, and daring. They are direct. So if you look horrible in the yellow dress, they will tell you you look horrible in the yellow dress. Uh, they're innovative and persistent, adventurous, problem solver, results oriented. So how do you recognize these people? They are dressed smart. Their clothing is always smart. They walk purposefully into events, so the arms, very very steady, like soldier walking into a room. All right, and then they will shake hands, firm handshake, not like a fish, not like a wet fish. So they will shake hands, and it will be a firm handshake. They will introduce themselves to others, and they have no fear of rejection. So they will go when they go into an event, they will look for the most important person, and they will go and straight away introduce themselves. So this is what a red will do. No fear. The yellows, remember, they're very team centric. They like things to be unique. They're full of energy and they're fun. They love to motivate. They're charming and confident. They're convincing. They're enthusiastic. They're inspiring. They're optimistic. They always see the glass as half full. They're that kind of people. So how do you recognize them? They dress to stand out. So if they would wear, like, if it's a man, he would wear a jacket that is, maybe different texture, different material, or he'll wear a shirt that has print. Whereas, the red will wear things that are smart. So, plain black suit with a plain white shirt with a plain red tie, that kind of thing.
That really sounds
Sorry?
like that really sounds like me because I have a dress that's like
Uh-huh.
really green and there are literally peacock eyes on it. Like the feathers, right? Yeah, very attention grabbing.
Yeah. So the thing about the yellows is they're so much fun. Like I said, they are the life of the party, right? They will go into a party, they will go into an event, and they'll say hi, hi. They will say hi to everybody because they want the it is they want everybody to know that, hey, I'm here already, and they are like that, and they need to grace everybody with their presence. they make they make others feel good by encouraging them. So the other people at the party, when the yellow comes up to me at a party and they said hi to me, I feel like, oh, I'm special. He came and said hi to me, but actually he's saying hi to everybody. But I feel special. Okay? Does that sound like you?
Me? Yes.
All right. Cool. The greens. They're very relationship focused. Yeah, they promote harmony. They love people, and they want to know that you're there for the long term. So the greens are very caring. They're understanding and friendly. They make good listeners. They're patient. They're relaxed. They're sincere. They're stable. They're good team players. So how do you recognize them? They will wear comfortable clothes. When they go to an event, they will look for somebody who is familiar. Hey, I know this person. Then we will go and talk to them. So they're very one-to-one kind of people. So that's what they will do. They will have quiet conversations with their friends. They take care of people who are unsure or uncomfortable or nervous. So if a green goes to an event and there's somebody standing in the distance, all alone, sipping a drink, the green fella is the one who will go and, hey, how are you? My name is so and so. Where are you from? They are the ones who will make other people feel comfortable. And the blues, they're all about structure and learning. They need proof. If you have proof of anything that you want them to sell, or rather anything you want them to buy, you show them the proof. They need a lot of details and they value time. So if you make an appointment with somebody who is blue and you say, and it's at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, make sure you are there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, not at 2:10, not at 2:05, not at 2:15, because they value their time. Okay, but on the other hand, if you're dealing with a blue, if you're trying to sell to a blue, you need to give them a deadline or a timeline. So if I want to sell something to a blue, I would say, okay, so here's something that you can read about my product. I will give you a call in 3 days or 5 days. So like, I will give you a call on Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's very specific. So they know that at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to call them. Otherwise, they won't make a decision. They will keep dilly-dallying and dragging it. The blues are very accurate, precise, analytical. They are compliant. They are courteous and diplomatic. They are detailed. They are fact finders, and they are very objective driven. So how do you recognize the blues? They are dressed practically. They will, at an event, they will scan the room to see who is there, what everybody is doing. They are quite happy to stand in a corner and watch people. They are very comfortable being alone. And if they don't have any tasks to do at the event, they will leave early. But if you give them a task, then they will stay and they will make sure that they complete whatever you ask them to do. So they're very dedicated, very, very dedicated to their task. All right, now, so you see the slide, right? What stands out in the slide for you?
Wow, red.
It's red, okay. Anything else?
Is it like we just start seeing our own colors now?
Well, yeah, you will become more obvious of your color, of course. And you will also, initially when you're applying this knowledge in what you're doing, you will tend to think that people are your color because you see, oh yeah, you're the same, But you need to be objective about this. All right? We all have a combination of colors. So that's what's on the slide right now. You see 4 different cubes and they all have a combination of the colors, but they also have one dominant color. So the first one, the first cube dominant is red, but they still have some yellow, some green, and some blue, correct? And then you see the same applies for the other cubes as well. So if you notice that you have traits of all the colors, that's totally fine. You're not schizophrenic. Don't have to worry. Okay. But you would have scored higher on one color in the self-assessment, and that is your dominant color. Also, something worth pointing out here is the assessment that you did is just a simplified version of what we do for events like this. We have a lot of people. This provides a more comprehensive assessment that gives you more details about yourself, like your natural and adapted style. Your natural is how you are naturally. Your adapted style is how you behave when you're in a certain situation, like if you're at work, you tend to behave differently. So that's the adapted style. So the full assessment also tells you about your characteristics and behaviors, your strengths, your motivators, what will get you out of bed in the morning to go to a job, your fears and your wants and your needs, your perceptions, behaviors, and needs under stress. So when you're under stress, your behavior changes. Have you noticed this? Anyone notice your behavior changes when you're under stress? Then you also will find communication tips with others and communication tips for others. So if you're in a relationship, for example, you want your boyfriend to know how to deal with you. Jaga me lah, talk to me nicely lah, So you can share this with them So they know what your needs are. Because some people, you know that everybody communicates differently, right? So there's some people who will who think love, okay lah, sorry, deviate a bit lah. Some people will their love language is buying things. So when you buy me things, then I know you love me. That's for some people. For some people, it is words of affirmation. Hey, you look very nice. That is, oh, you love me. You know, that's the effort. That's the feeling of. That's what drives your feeling of love. So different people communicate differently. So if you're the this assessment will tell you what communication tips work for you. And it also tells you what you bring to organization. So you guys are just about to go out to work, right? So knowing your strengths and knowing what you bring to the organization could be that selling point for you to the interviewers. All right. And also there's potential areas for improvement. Anyone here thinks that they are perfect as they are? No. All right. So we all need to keep on improving ourselves. And there's a right way to do it, and there's a hard way to do it. So the right way is having a structured approach to it using the test. The hard way is you just try everything, whatever comes your way. And then it can push you into a panic zone. So even though we are all a combination of colors, we have a dominant color. And how can you tell this? Anybody can remember how to tell people's dominant colors?
How they dress.
How they dress, very good.
Yeah, outward appearance on how they talk to people.
How
Sorry,
they
Anna?
How they talk to people.
How they talk, yeah. How they talk. That's right.
how they do tasks.
How they approach their tasks, all right. How they dress. Do you remember that? Tisha Vartini. Yes, everyone has a bit of every color, you're right. So we can tell a person's color by the words they use, the way they talk, the way they dress. All right. So do you think that you might be ready to put your newfound knowledge to the test? Yeah. All right. Who is this and what color do you think he is?
It's a blue Einstein.
He's a blue Einstein. Exactly, that's right. He's Albert Einstein. He's blue. And why do you say he's blue?
Pure science. It's the face of science.
Okay. All right. So what about science makes you think he's blue?
Very detail oriented,
Exactly.
structured,
Yeah.
logical.
Mhm.
Not
And very patient, right?
so many people.
Yeah, that's right. There's structure in what he did. He's very detail oriented, and there's a lot of patience when you're doing science. You have to. You don't get instant results. You have to keep on at it, and you have to observe. And so, yeah, he's a blue. Very good. Next one. Does anyone know who this is?
It's Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Very good.
I think she's totally a green.
Green.
She has a bit of blue, but she's also green.
She's green. All right. So when you look at her also you see you look at her facial expression. So when you don't know somebody, you can look at their facial expression and see and be able to take a guess as to what color they are. So you look at her facial expression, she looks very pleasant, and if you know her, then you know that she's also done a lot of charity work, and she was all about helping people. So you know she's a green. All right, next one. Don't know if you guys know who this is. No? Nobody knows who this is?
No.
That's interesting. Bill Clinton, very well done.
Oh, he looks old. He looks
Well,
older than he usually does.
he's old lah. People can't stay young forever.
Not
He's
true.
old enough. What color do you think he is?
Red.
A red. Why do you think he's red?
Like the clothes don't really out. It's more like it's very professional, like smart, very smart, but not. It gets the job done.
Okay. Any other guesses? Very good guess though. Very good guess. I don't know about professionalism, so you guys really don't know who this is, huh? Apart from the few people who said it's Bill Clinton. So you don't know about the scandal?
Oh, yeah,
Tahu, yang tu tahu.
yeah.
Okay, he's very famous for US presidency scandal,
Mm.
and he is a person who, during that act that he talked on stage, he looks very dominant, but so I'm likely guessing that he is red, but I don't think so. He's yellow because he makes his decision quite quick when he's trying to lie on the stage.
Hmm. Okay. Wait. Thank you for that.
Okay.
Even among the U.S. presidents, there have been presidents of all the colors, and this guy is a yellow.
Oh,
Okay, so if you refer back to his scandal, then you will know why he's a yellow. But also you look at his face, you look at his expression. He's all about having fun, and you look at the way he's dressed. Also, very like the Reds would be very smartly dressed, right? Yeah. So if you observe or you try and do some research as to what made him so famous, then you will know why he's a yellow. He's all about having fun.
I did not choose that color on purpose. It's a weird reference.
All right, next one. Do we know who this is?
Donald Duck. I mean Trump.
Donald Trump. All right. So you look at the way he's dressed, you look at his facial expression. Even if you don't know who he is, can you guess what color he is? Each twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
As red as blood.
Yeah. All right. He's a very good example of a red, but at the same time a bad example for reds. Because he, as a red, he thinks that he knows everything. He always puts himself above everybody else, like he's superior to everyone else. And reds generally do feel that I'm not pointing at anybody here, but reds generally do feel that they know a lot of things already. So they generally feel a bit more superior than the rest of the population. But anyway, so yeah, this guy is definitely red. And remember, don't just, even if you don't know somebody, you can tell their color. Because people show their colors unintentionally. Would you be keen on using this information or this knowledge, this color knowledge for a real life situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
The guys who are shy to put on their camera, at least put on your microphone and join in the conversation a bit lah. All right. I'm going to throw to you a scenario and you tell me, you answer the question, okay? If you went to an interview and observed the interviewer, he is smartly dressed, walks into the room with an air of authority, firm handshake, and he says, I have 10 minutes, let's get started. What color is he?
Red.
Red. That's right.
Red rum. Red.
Yeah, he's red. what would the communication with him be like? Would you chit chat?
Sorry, what was the question again?
Would you chit chat with a red?
No. No. No.
I'll keep my conversation short.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to keep your conversation short. One thing is, you already said he's got 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So you keep your conversation short. You will steer clear of personal matters or private matters. Reds do not like over familiarity. So don't go in and, hey, how are you? And how's your daughter? And how's your son? And they don't like all this, yeah? Would you greet them?
A short and simple one.
Short and simple, yes. Because the Reds also do want to feel important. So you address them appropriately, sir or madam or whatever. And if possible, do your research and mention their accomplishments. So if you know that this particular interviewer has done something significant, bring it in to the conversation. So, I'm so happy to meet you. I know I read about your accomplishment and doing this, and it's such an honor to meet you. Oh, they will feel really good about it. All right. Name dropping. Would you do that? You know what's name dropping? Name dropping is, oh, I know this Tan Sri so and so. Or
Cable. Connection.
yes. Actually, the Reds, remember I told you that they will go to the most important person in the room. So if there's a connection with somebody important, they would want to know it. They would want to know you, yes, but not too much and make it sound casual. So it's not just people who you know, but it's also unique. Like, for example, your university, it adds prestige to you, so they will want to have that interaction with you. Okay? And you will tell them the results, what you can do for the company. So they know that by employing you, they are going to be the winners because they want to win. Reds want to win. So tell them what you can do and be confident. So remember, the Reds are already confident. So even if you're green or blue and you feel like, alamak, I don't know whether I can do this or not, pretend. For the interview's sake, pretend that you are the best person in the on the earth to do this job and go in confidently. Right? Boleh?
Boleh.
Ikut arahan tuan.
All right, the yellows. If you're going to an interview and the interviewer is yellow,
A lot front up chit chat, greetings. How are you? What did you eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner? How did you get into this field in this industry?
Yes. Be curious about them. They love talking about themselves.
Very true.
Be curious about them. Be enthusiastic and energetic. So when we look at do you remember the 4 quadrants just now? The reds and the yellows have more energy compared to the blues and the greens. Okay, blues and greens are generally a bit more mellow and more controlled. So if you are blue or green going for an interview with a yellow, match their energy. I tell you, you will come out of it feeling drained, but it will be worth it. Okay, so match their energy, be hyped, be super excited about everything. Summarize details. Remember, they don't like to read pages and pages of reports. So summarize the details. Oh, I did this, I've done this, and I went here, I did that, and whatever. Summaries and make things simple because they don't want things to be complicated. Oh, sorry. So if you were going for an interview, how would you know the person is a yellow?
How they dress.
Okay. Can you be a bit more specific?
Like how they dress, they dress something bright, very nice, depending on their mood, maybe a team, and then maybe makeup, female makeup also coordinate with the dressing, and then they say, hi, how are you? Hey, and then they talk about traffic. Oh, on the way, traffic very jam one. Ayo, I went there, this guy, I took 5 minutes to drive, something like that.
All right. Very good. Yeah. So the dressing is very important. Also, they might walk into the room with somebody and they'll be laughing as they walk into the room. Have you ever seen that kind of scenario where they walk into the room with somebody and they're laughing about it? And yeah, most probably yellow, because the reds are usually very structured in what they're doing. So I've got this 10 minutes with you, and I'll be reading your resume as I walk in as a red. The yellow will be a bit more laid back, more relaxed, and probably laughing with somebody. All right. So if it's a green, how do you know it's a green person?
They'll probably like take time to before they say something. It's like they observe first and then they say something to accommodate you, your emotional state, and then they're like, "Hi," in a very gentle, sensitive tone. How are you? How
Yes.
did you get here? You drove here? MRT? Something like that.
Yes. They show a lot of concern. Even the beginning of the conversation will be, it will be quieter. See, the reds are louder, the yellows are more fun, the greens are quieter. That itself is an indicator. So yeah, you're right. They will always ask if you're okay. Make sure you have a glass of water at least. Um, their dressing as well. Remember, they'll be wearing comfortable clothes. All right, and the focus will be on building trust and credibility. So when you're interviewing with a green, you know this person is green already. You want to build the trust because you need to build that. They need a relationship with you in order to take you on as an employee. So you want to build a trusting relationship. You want to show that you're credible. So you look back at your past, or you said when I was doing this, for example, um, I was the president for the Glee club in my school for don't know how many years, and I took my team to compete in different daerah or whatever lah. So this is building trust that you can do something, and credibility, because when you join clubs and all, you get certificates right at the end. So all these things matter to them. Explore current practices and relationship needs. So you need to do a bit of homework. If this person is a green, what are their practices currently? What are they doing? How are they doing things in the office right now? Then you can ask questions like, if I'm struggling with this, who will I go to? Will I come to you, or will I go to somebody else? All these things matter to them, because then they see that, oh, you value relationships as well. You're like me. We like people who are like us. Okay. Practice consistent, predictable service with personal attention. So if they are in a group of people, but you know that they are the decision maker, you want to focus on them. Show them that personal attention. Remember earlier I told you that if I went to a party and a yellow came and said hi to me, I will feel very important, right? I will feel good. So this is what you want to make the greens feel. You want to make them feel special, even if they're in a group of people. Ivy, are you green? Ivy Lynn, are you green? Awesome. All right. So next one. If you are going to interview with a blue, how would you recognize the blue person? For those who are not talking, I just want to mention I don't want to tegur anybody, but just want to mention that when you read, when you listen, you are only absorbing information. You're not learning. You learn when you do. All right. This is my experience as educator. I have to do this. Very quiet. Scan the people first before approaching. Yeah.
I think like they would dress very comfortably, like with colors that don't stand out whatsoever.
Yeah, that's right.
Very with whatever the trend is in the office, like they just wear like a normal, commonplace suit, trousers, whatever, makeup very good enough makeup that doesn't stand out but
Yeah.
doesn't like attract unwanted attention.
Yeah. They would like
get straight to the point.
the blues would really love uniforms because I don't have to think about what to wear to work. Blues love uniforms. They'll ask about your future plans. Yes, yes, Muzamil. That's right. They will ask about your plans as well for the future. Because they're not only about the now, they want to know everything, right? So even your future.
Mm.
So when you're talking to a blue, you want to avoid too much social talk. Because then their blues are naturally more closed off people. They don't like to they don't like people knowing their business, their private lives, off limits. Explore their knowledge and objectives, like, oh, how do you do this kind of things? What happens when this happens in the organization? How do you handle it? So they like to tell you about their processes. That's what they like. They will provide logical options with lots of documentation, including pros and cons. And you have to give them time to think. Provide written guarantees and proofs. So all your referrals and all your testimonials and all this will weigh heavily when you're talking to a blue. Because the blue will believe this piece of paper instead of you. All right? And deliver on your promises. This is very important. If you say you can type on a computer, then you better know how to type on a computer. If you say you know how to drive a forklift, then you better know how to drive a forklift. Because if they find out that you don't know how to drive a forklift, they will feel betrayed. So this thing becomes personal because the blue will think, I didn't do my job properly. I should have tested this fellow first. All right. So
Oh, wait, you mean like, uh, if they don't do their job well, they start questioning themselves?
if an interviewer, let's say I interview you, I'm a blue, I interview you and you say you can drive a forklift. I say, oh, okay, all right. And then I give you the job. And then when I find out that you cannot drive a forklift, then I start to question myself. I did a bad job. And if I'm questioning myself, guess who is going to suffer the consequences of that? You will suffer the consequences because then I will take out my anger on you. Why? I thought you said you can do. But then it's still, I cannot beat myself up in public, right? I will beat you up.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah. So deliver on promises. Very important. Have I given you enough information? Have I given you too much information?
We still need more.
I love the session.
All right. I'm glad. All right. So would anybody like to share? Would anybody like to share a key takeaway? Something that
Uh,
stands out
I,
to them.
I think I'll share first.
Please.
All right, thank you. I've learned this already, but I think that actually like getting more handsy on this, like actually talking about this and answering questions and discussing about it is more interesting. I've learned that I learned about this a long time ago, but now that I'm like I can see in this kind of like more visual way, it's like, oh yeah, I feel like I've used it in a way, and it's easier to identify it in the field if I were to meet people now. So I really I really enjoyed this session
All right. Thank you very
because
much.
I learned a lot.
I'm glad. Hey. Anyone else?
Key takeaways.
Hmm.
Well, from what I've learned and what I've talked with Mas, right beside of me, we're like talking and we're like gathering insights on how our circle of friends are, whether they are dominant or yellow or green or blue, and how they appeal to themselves when under pressure and all of that. So we learn more about how they work and we know more about how to adapt towards someone.
Right.
respectfully, and also enthusiastic.
That matters. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Abbas. Anyone else? Even if you want to type into the comments, it's fine. Just while I'm going to assume that you're typing. So while you're typing, I just want to point out something. People who are red. So if you look at the circle on the screen, right, the disc circle, people who are red, when they are under stress, they will go anti-clockwise. Huh? So they will become C. Then they will look at, show me your proof, show me the process, show me the system. But then when they are positively motivated, they will become team players. So then they come, let's have a party. Come, let's do this. Come, let's do that. This applies for all the styles. So if you are a yellow, when you are under stress, then you will take on a lot of the D traits, a lot of the red traits. Like under stress, you will say, no, I'm not doing this. Or under stress, you might say, we need to do this now. No more playing the fool. No more messing around. We need to do this now. So this is under stress. But then when you're positively motivated, as the yellow, you're fun, you're all about the team, but you can also go tap into your green energy and you can build one-to-one relationships.
I have an extra question.
Yes.
So when I do these personality tests, some of them say that I'm dominant, some of them say that I'm yellow, enthusiastic. So it's like a 50-50. So how do I actually tell my personality type?
Okay. So you've done the free assessments, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Free assessments are just very, very basic, very overview thing. And it depends on how you're feeling on that day because this is behavior, remember? So we're talking about when you're talking about behavior, it can change depending on your mood. So sometimes as I would suggest that you do a full assessment because the full assessment, no matter how you pushing the questions, it will come out, the report will come out as you are, not depending on your mood. Does that answer your question?
Sometimes I just want to be more than what I am.
All right.
And I know the struggle of being yellow, yes.
Yeah, it's easier to relate when we use colors, right? Because colors are everywhere. And now when you look at people also, you start to think in colors. Or this person is this color. Just want to point out, I remember when I was talking to Abbas just now, I said that it depends on your mood. So whatever mood you're feeling is an external. And earlier I did talk to you about your natural style, your inherent style, and your adapted style. Your natural style doesn't change. If you are naturally internally, if you're yellow, memang you will be yellow. Even in 2 years' time, you will still be yellow. In 4 years' time, you will still be yellow. Doesn't matter what mood you're in. But your external, what you perceive you need to be in the presence of people, depending on the environment, that can change.
I see. Understand. One of our participants will join back because he's showing a different email. Okay. So in that case, if I were to talk with someone, I need to know what color they are first and make sure that they are not under stress. If not, the color doesn't match with what they are right now.
Yeah. Well, but sometimes you cannot tell. If you're meeting someone for the first time, you cannot tell what their natural color is. You can only tell from what you see, correct?
Yeah.
So that's why we need an educator there. So you react based on what you see, how they're behaving, how they're dressed, how they're talking. All these things will give you an indicator of how they are right now. So they will respond to that right now.
Okay. So,
Thank you.
what color do you think I am? We will. I will interview her for a moment later to ask what color I am. Suddenly I need to get off from the camera. Other than that, I'll take my time to learn more about the people around me, the closest ones.
Learn about yourself.
I'm very indecisive.
All right. So if any of you are interested in doing a full color profile, uh, the assessment that I do also covers motivation, which means it will identify what motivates you, what gets you out of bed in the morning, what keeps you going even when things are difficult. You still say, "I want to do this. I want to do this," no matter what. So if you're interested, just reach out to me. You can get me on. You can connect with me on my website or on my Facebook page. Both are Carol Edwin Coaching. CarolEdwinCoaching.com, or on Facebook also Carol Edwin Coaching, or you can look for me, Carol Edwin, in case it wasn't clear. Yeah, you can reach me on Facebook Messenger.
Do we get discounts?
Okay. Actually, I do one session for free. I do a pro bono session for all my new clients, and then we see how things are going.
Okay.
Yeah, but I offer one pro bono session for all my new clients.
Hmm. Is it appropriate to ask for pricing here?
I have different packages, but if you're interested, just reach me on Facebook, and
Okay.
I will send you my package.
So this is open to all?
Yeah, it's open to all.
I see. So I was questioning whether business could jump into psychology first.
I'm sorry, was it?
I thought business could jump into psychology. And because business is very diverse, so not only business for the FM students, computing students, whether they find it personalized for them, participate and join Carol Edwin coaching business company.
Well, everyone's welcome to connect with me. And like I said, there's a pro bono session. We can discuss whatever you want to bring to the table. If it's about how to tap on your strengths to when you're going for interviews, for example, we can do that. But if you're doing the colors, if you're doing the full disc assessment, that one you have to pay, because it's not mine. It's from another company. It's from the company that provides the assessment, and that's a paid thing, lah. But if you don't want to do that assessment, you still want to coach, no problem. I can do that.
Is internship provided?
Sorry, is what?
Internship for the students.
Alah, no lies. Small business je.
Small business.
Aiyo. Aiyo.
Did I join it?
So many good students here, you know.
I'm so sorry. I don't take anyone else. That's why my business is called Carol Edwin Coaching. It's just me. And but if you want to set up your own business also, I can definitely take you through the process if you want to go into business. Yeah, because that's one of the things I train and I coach on business.
Oh, like if I want to start a business, I can
Yeah.
go to you for help.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Mas is already interested.
Can. You know how to connect.
Is it online based or do you have like a location?
Yeah, I do everything on Zoom.
Oh, everyone. Nice. Okay.
Mm. Yeah. Shall I just put in here, or I will stop sharing my screen, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
It stopped.
Okay, since the slides has finished, after putting a link, we will do the Q&A session. If anyone has any more questions regarding the today's session, or we will take the questions from the registration form. Yes.
I've missed. Um, from your first glance, what color am I?
I would say that you are high red, definitely a high red, but you might be yellow.
A high red or a low red?
Your dominant color might be yellow, but you're red as well. You've got a lot of red.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about I ask you guys, what color do you think I am?
Green. Green.
Green.
Green and yellow?
I overheard yellow from the other side of the room.
All right. Okay.
A little bit of red? A lot of red, maybe?
You're very clever lah. I'm green. My dominant is green, but my secondary is that means the second highest is blue, not yellow. Yeah. But when you look at my adapted style, that means what I need to be for business, then it's more yellow.
Oh.
Real life example here.
So like we can learn how to adapt in other colors.
Yes, of course. So when you do the full assessment, they will tell you what your strengths are, what your strengths within your color are, and how you can grow. So the growth area is usually in a color that's not you naturally.
Oh.
Yeah. And one of the things that I take my clients through is going outside their comfort zone. That means doing something that's totally not them, not naturally them. Yeah. Any other questions?
Yes, the questions we will be putting on the comment section.
All right. Okay.
Do you like provide coaching for say people who want to look for jobs? Like students who want to look for jobs or anything like coaching, like, okay, I want to make some money. Can I ask you for advice? Or like maybe like self-employed in a way.
I can help you with I can help you with mindset, because coaching is about mindset. I can help you to look at things from a different perspective. But if a job is what you want, then I can help you with getting clarity on what kind of job, what kind of organization you want to work with, what kind of future are you looking at. So yes, I can help you with that. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so there's a question here from us. How to influence people based on their behavior type? So like I said before, we tend to gravitate towards people who are like us. So if you want to influence somebody who is yellow, you have to hype up your energy. You have to be more enthusiastic. You have to be you want to be more creative, more innovative. Yellows actually have amazing creativity. They can come up with really great ideas. So yeah, so if you want to you want to influence somebody who's yellow, you want to adapt their style. If you want to influence somebody who is blue, you want to adapt their style as well. So you will slow down your speech. You will show them proof. You will show them testimonials. All these things are important for the group. So even without thinking, automatically when I think of blue, my speech slows down. But when I'm thinking of yellow, my speech goes up faster. It's automatic. All right. So since we're on this topic, there are 4 levels of consciousness. All right. There's on the first level, you don't know what you don't know. Unconsciously incompetent. This is what we call unconsciously incompetent. You don't know what you don't know, correct? And then you become aware of, oh, I don't know how to do this. So now you're consciously incompetent. So now you know, oh, I don't know how to fly a plane. All right. And then you go and learn to fly a plane, and then you become consciously competent. That means you know how to fly the plane, but then your brain is working overdrive. Or I have to do this, have to check this, have to do this. So you are very conscious of what you're doing. You can do it, but you're very conscious of it. And then the highest level is unconscious competence, where you don't even think about it, it just happens naturally. Do any of you play the guitar or any musical instruments? What do you play?
I play a guitar and I sing sometimes.
All right. So when you were a toddler, did you know you didn't know how to play a guitar?
No.
So you were unconsciously incompetent, right? And then you reach a certain stage where you realize, oh, I don't know how to play a guitar. Maybe I can learn. Correct?
Mm.
And then you become that is conscious incompetence. And then you start learning to play or sakit tangan and everything, right? All your fingers got calluses and everything, but you still were very conscious of how you're placing your finger, when you're strumming, the way you're strumming, you're all very, very conscious of everything, correct? That is conscious competence. You can do, but you're very conscious of it. How long have you been playing the guitar?
On and off, like a few years.
Okay, so now do you need to look at the frets when you're placing your fingers for chords?
No.
No,
For
right?
the chords, no.
Do you have to think about where you're putting your fingers and how you're strumming?
Only for new chords.
Only for new chords. But the other ones, the ones that you're used to play,
Yeah.
that is
Still in
unconscious competence. So you don't have to think about it; it just happens naturally already. So whatever you're doing, even in the study of behavior profiling, it's you go through the stages. So at first you might have to okay, now that you know a bit already, you might go, oh, how's this person doing? How's this person dressing? How's this person walking? How's this person shaking hands, for example? Very conscious of all the things that you need to check, right? But eventually you'll get to a place where, oh, this person walking in, oh, this one is a yellow. Oh, this one walking in, this is a red. You don't even have to go through the checklist. You just know it already. Apa you play to just acoustic.
There's a second question that we took from the.
Oh. How to end the vicious cycle of toxic family? Can you please explain what you mean by toxic family? What do you want to end?
Oh, that's a very hard question because it was also my question. I took it from the Google.
Okay. All right. So whoever put this question out, I would suggest contact me personally. Just reach out on Facebook or whatever and tell me that you were here, so I know where you're from, and let's have a chat. Okay, because this is very into coaching already, so cannot be covered here. How to remain positive behavior when we are stressed? Oh, all right. One tip. Whoever put this out. Do you guys who are here want a tip on how to cope with stress?
Yes.
All right. So whenever you're stressed, whatever emotions you're feeling is there for a reason. Okay? And it's serving you. So if you're stressed, that stress is actually serving you at some level. You need to sit with your stress and become the best friend for the stress. Hello, stress. Okay, I know you're here and I know you're trying to protect me. Sit with it and talk to the stress. Why are you here actually? What do you want? What are you afraid of? Because stress is one of the symptoms of fear. So what are you afraid of? What are you afraid will happen? And then if you come to that point of what you're afraid will happen, then look back. Where is the proof for that?
But what if we overthink?
Sorry?
What if we overthink?
Overthink. Oh, no. That's why you go through the process. There are 4 steps in this process. One is name it. name the emotion, whether it's stress or fear or whatever. Name the emotion. The second one is accept it. Sorry, the second one is acknowledge it. Hello, stress. I know you're here. The third one is accept it and get to know it. All right. So this is the conversation that I was telling. I know you're here. What is it you're afraid of? And have that conversation. And you need to be in a quiet place to do this. You need to go through the 4 steps. The fourth step is letting go. You can only let go when you've done that conversation properly. And that conversation will include what is it you're afraid of? What's the proof of whatever it is you're afraid of? Most of the time, your brain has no proof. So then, when it clicks in your head that there's no proof for this, I've got this. Then you say the letting go part is saying, I've got this. Thank you for trying to protect me, because your emotions are there to protect you. So thank you for trying to protect me, and then you can let go.
But being a yellow,
Uh,
to think and we come up with a number of possibilities, it can and cannot happen. So how do
the
you
possibilities are in the future. So you don't know what the future is going to be like. But when you're dealing with stress, you're dealing with based on emotions from the past, based on things of the past. That's how emotions come about. Does that make sense, Abbas?
Say like
Hmm.
if you're like yellow, if you're yellow, but then like you unconsciously go to fun things, because you don't think you're stressed, but actually you're stressed, so you go to fun things,
All right.
then you just spend too much time on that fun thing, ignoring your stress. What do you do?
That's distraction, because you don't want to deal with your emotions. So if you're aware that you're distracting yourself, you can pull yourself back and deal with it. But then it's always an individual. It's always an individual decision. Not everybody wants to deal with their emotions. Some people would rather unresourcefully distract themselves. But everything we do serves us. That means we're getting some benefit out of doing it. Whether it's distraction or procrastination or whatever you can think that you think is not serving you, it's actually serving you. You're actually getting something out of it. Whether it's good, whether it's as good as what you actually want, is a different question. Actually, Mars, there are things. Everything that happens to you is within your control. Everything that happens in your mind is within your control. What other people do is not within your control. So when we think about when I coach my clients, I coach them on their thinking, on their mindset. And one of the things that's really scary is dealing with uncertainty, because you don't know what the future holds, correct?
it actually is on you? You can talk here, if you want.
I know, right?
All right.
Like,
Any more questions?
not
We've
for-
gone away from colors and behavior profiling. Now we've gone into coaching already.
For my side, I think I'm okay. With
All
the
right.
next question, I'll ask you directly through the end.
Okay. All right.
You want else?
Anyone else want to ask?
You have to pass this. You have more time to but we can do it. What we did MC?
So if there are no more questions, then I can hand it back to you, Abbas.
Okay. So since there's no more question, I will just we can end this event early. I will give a formal thanks firstly to you, Ms Carol, for making all of this happen, and secondly Okay, as computer science, Priscilla, are you still there? She's still there. She's just me.
Yeah.
It's okay, no worries. Okay, so I will give my formal thanks to Priscilla and the team, computing for helping us throughout this event for the third time and last week, and to all my committee members, my president Anis, and for that we shall end this event. And for your certificates, I would have to let you know there are two previous events that we are upholding our certificates due to personal difficulties. And we will get back to you as soon as possible on the certificates. Furthermore, the last thing that we will be covering is a photo group session. So I would need everyone to switch on their cameras and take a picture. Anyone? For those students who are taking co-curriculum, you may take a picture, a screenshot picture, and then post it on your photo assessment. Okay, now I see more pictures. Ready? Want to, Anis, how do I zoom out? Okay, you guys are taking a picture. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Everyone smile. Okay, everyone. Picture. Okay, that's the one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, for those who are still interested to register for the next event, do go to our IUMW EAA Instagram page and you can find a link on our bio, and from there you can register for the next event, which is called how to start up a business in art industry. Yes, okay. That is all for today. Thank you very much. And for Ms. Carol, we will contact you afterwards through Priscilla.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you all for participating. Those who didn't type, those who didn't speak but type also, I appreciate all of you. Thank you.
Oh, so that is all. I couldn't register on it. Oh, I see. Okay. We will let you know for the registration. Just contact us through our Instagram page, and we will get back to you. And that is all for today. I will type in. Okay. Anyone who has any issues, go to our Instagram page and type IUMWBA and you can find us there. Don't forget to give us a follow and like our pictures. If we have a YouTube page, subscribe and you can look at our previous events. That is all. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thanks so much for the event.
Bye bye. Thank you for coming.